Lou.
It's tale of those time.
Dude, that gift was it gives him a big old hug.
As soon as he said, I had a long day at work, wasn't at my desk, I thought it was Lou. Him and Lou just running around the laboratory, just frolicking hand in hand, just having laughs.
Getting in all kinds of trouble.
Oh, mischief. Yeah, mischief galore. Those two.
Here it goes. Wow, nice shirt.
Thank you.
Is that a prototype, or did you get a bunch?
Just a prototype. I don't
Nice.
know. Yeah. Thanks.
Looks pretty clear.
Thank you.
Hey, Bill.
Hey.
Hey, Bill.
Hey.
How's your day?
Great.
Just getting all kind of mischief?
Sure.
Just poking around? Bouncing
You guys
around?
are fucking.
Timestamp.
God
1 minute. 1 minute.
You just annoy the shit out of me.
God
With
damn it.
stupid shit.
To be fair, everything annoys the shit out of you
That's
when
true.
you're not 6 sheets to the wind. So
Fair enough.
put
That's
us
true.
put us in the bucket with everything else when you're all fucking Billy Angry Eyes.
Sure.
Fine.
Whatever. I'm just drinking my water tonight, guys.
God forbid.
Actually, I am drinking lemonade.
Oh, do you have a preferred vendor for lemonade, or do you make your own?
It's just the Mio stuff. It's just the squirt and shit.
Oh, like the little packets or whatever?
The little
flavor your
bottles.
water?
They're like.
Yeah. I know what you're talking
I
about.
just kind of squirt them in. They're not bad. I just started trying them.
Your mother likes the squirted ones.
Wouldn't it be the other way around?
I don't know how these things work, Rick.
Well, I like
Nope.
to squirt it in your mother. Would have been a better joke.
Aha, touche,
What?
Richard. Touche. Yeah, he'd like to squirt his ejaculation into your mother, is what
I
he's
mean,
saying.
how often do we sit here and analyze mother jokes? It's just,
When
the
they're dumb.
words squirt and mom seem to make a funny joke.
I know what a future Sunday social is going to be. Analyzing all of our mother jokes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
This
There's
is from
many.
June 7th,
Timestamp 5:45 p.m.
45. Bill made a crude comment about Ray's mother's below parts, and we are not allowed to air them fully. However, we can describe them, around the subject a little bit.
We can tell you how we taught you ATM, Richard. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that's
I told Grant that the other day. How we had to explain to you, like you were in a 12-year-old in health class with Mr. Fulton.
Yeah,
and
and you
Where
got-
do you get money out of
And-
her? You take money out?
that was the best part.
Is that what
Isn't
happens?
I'm like, don't you just call that a prostitute? Well, I may have my lack of disgusting sexual tendency knowledge may be like a 12-year-old, but you two acted like 12-year-olds. Ooh, you don't know what that means? Loser. You don't know what that
The shoe
means?
fits.
What a little pussy.
I don't think anybody's called you a pussy, but
Ray, is that a refrigerator behind you?
yeah,
Did you build it into the wall?
yeah.
Good for you.
Wow.
I didn't know where that was going, but thank you for the compliment, Bill.
No, I mean I probably would have done the same thing. Less space.
Less space, baby.
Yeah,
Nice.
you know what you need is a kegerator. Cut a little hole up there, put the fucking tap right in, get rid of that mini fridge, put a fucking real man's beer fridge in there.
No,
Bill, you got a kegerator?
No, I don't know.
Okay, welcome to some sports show, ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday edition, October 28th. Welcome to the show.
Oh wow.
The only reason I don't have one is because I'll be a raging alcoholic. Like I do pretty good drinking during the week, but if I had beer on tap 24 hours a day here, oh my God.
No,
I'd
you
be going
wouldn't
through a
because
keg
it goes
crazy.
it goes so quickly, and then the process of replacing it is a pain in the ass.
Not
So-
here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where. You just go. What are you fucking talking about?
Oh,
Dude,
New Hampshire is quicker.
Bro, you put your order in and you get it with doesn't Burt's does it in like fucking 2 hours?
Yeah, and then
3
you
hours.
physically have to take the keg out, go get another one, go put another one in, tap it, put it on, make sure the line's clean, make sure it's all running okay. Although knowing you just be having dirty squirts running through your fucking beer line on the whole.
No, I would
Constantly.
take care of it. I've looked into them. I wanted a double tap because I wanted to put a Guinness tap here.
Your mother wants a double tap. Boom.
Oh,
Ooh, there you go. That's 2. That's 2.
Okay, that's fine. As long does that count? Can we analyze that? Does that work?
That
That
one
worked.
works.
That worked.
But no,
All
I
right.
tried. I was looking at one to get one here. I want a Guinness tap but it's not CO2. It's nitro or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was more money. I was like, fuck it. But then again, dude, I'd be drinking them all the time here. I fucking love Guinness. Guinness is my favorite beer of all time. I fucking love it.
Really?
It's one of
I think
those
it's sweet and light and kind of gross.
It's one of those beers for me that I can drink any part of any day. I can wake 5 a.m. Guinness.
Yeah.
Kegs and eggs. Guinness.
You're
Love
true. You're a true man, Bill. Well, you will be once you get a kegerator.
Yeah, one day. I don't know where I'd put it.
You gotta clean up the dungeon.
God, I got all the mom's jokes. I'm done though. All I get is that I'm
You
done.
get, no, you get 3.
You get
so
3.
You got one more.
Oh, you can put up your mother's ass.
Those are 2 bad ones, but that puts
Hey,
it in
Ah,
use it,
they're
though.
fine.
Use it. Use his 3.
It's
He's
fine.
done.
I'm
He's done,
feeling.
Bill.
I'm feeling good. All right, boys. Speaking of feeling good, let's shut that down real quick. Let's get your final thoughts on the Patriots 49ers. Anything that has resonated with you, or anything new that has come out, and let's go ahead and combine it and continue to dissect the shittiness that is the Patriots. I'm sure you guys have been listening and watching some of the same stuff as me, and them dissecting Cam Newton's performance, and it's fucking worse than we thought.
It's
So
incredibly worse.
before we get to the trade deadline stuff, so Ray, lingering thoughts, anything new popped up over the last couple of days as we've been looking back on the 49ers Patriots 33-6.
Maybe Cam Newton. Maybe Cam Newton needs to go with Bill and get his wing worked on at the same time as Bill gets his wing worked on. When you can't throw the ball to your right side, which I believe that we're all going to be talking about, he only can throw to his left. The past 2 games, he only thrown to the right 3 times. That's not good.
none of which were last game.
No,
Yeah,
none of which
0
were
last game.
0 last
Out
game.
of 8, what was he? 9 of 18. So 18.
No,
throws.
9 for 15.
Sorry,
98 yards.
close enough. But I mean,
Their
and you
numbers
can't
don't
throw to
look
your
good.
right, dude. That's a problem.
Yeah. And then
That
the
is a
last game, he
fucking
was
problem.
17 for 25, and only 3 of those went to the right. So 22 passes to the left. I mean, I think you know how to stop this team now. You just put everyone on the left-hand side and said, all
You
right.
literally have to cover.
We're
You
No
good.
don't even need to, dude. Just stack the line and stop the run. And
Yeah.
clearly that's what they're doing. I mean, which is like, I got pissed off again. If you look at Harris, had 5.8 yards of carry, and you went away from him
Sweetness.
when it was working. You went away from him there, and you started playing Rex Burkhead a little bit more. He played more snaps. I think he played, 45 to 50% of the snaps, where Harris was only in the 40 range. James White played 10 snaps. I think that was more run game, probably specific, and then he didn't practice until Friday with going on. So I think he probably wasn't in the game plan. But the fact that you really just abandoned what was working for you early, you were gashing him with Harris. Say what you want. You guys mock me for being a fan of him, but the guy has produced outside of last
Super
week.
fan.
I'm not a super fan. I'm just hyping him up from what you heard in fucking training camp.
My
I
bad.
mean,
The next
he's
Walter Payton.
there. He's looked better than any running back they've had this year.
That's true. I would. Yeah, I say the that screenshot that has been out there is the one where it's like Edelman, Dalton Keene, and there's 3 guys wide fucking open right in front of him from middle to right, and that was the play. I don't know. He took 3 seconds to wait and then ended up getting sacked through whatever. It didn't complete to anything. But all of the reporting and all the professionals, the experts that went back and looked at the game film said, guys are open. And if they're not open, if they're not wide open, they're executing their routes. The scheme is there. The plays are there. Cam Newton is not processing anything. I don't even think it's injury related, Ray, because if it was injury related, he just shouldn't be playing. If you have a quarterback who, first of all, sucks at throwing to begin with, no matter if he's injured or not, he's just not a very good passing quarterback. If he can't throw to an entire side of the field, and the way he's throwing to the good side of the field looks like what we saw on Sunday, then he just shouldn't be playing regardless. And I don't think that you can fall back on Jared Stidham sucks so bad that they have to put Cam Newton in there, because Cam Newton played like the worst quarterback in the league on Sunday and not much better than that against Denver. So I'm not sure it's injury related. I think he's mentally a fucking lunatic right now. And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what to blame it on. I go back to buying hats in Braintree and he got the COVID and fucked up the entire season. But that's where I go. I don't know what else. He missed practice for 2 weeks. He couldn't play with any of these guys. James White is not being able to practice. You're not seeing him out in the field. I think the whole, we touched on it on the Monday show. I think this whole team is mentally fucking out to lunch. And it starts with your head coach. You got to get these guys back together. But then right after him is Cam Newton and the quarterback, and your offense is fucking putrid, not going anywhere.
It's effort too. You heard Matthew Slater come out today or yesterday or whatever, and was in questioning the Patriots' effort in back-to-back games. And he's your heart and soul of your team. He's the official leader of your team now that Brady's gone. I mean, he's the guy that breaks them down after every big win and all that shit. So I mean, he's even questioning it. And it's like, what's going on? You're seeing guys, they just look unmotivated. They look completely checked out. And I don't know if that's coming from Bill because, again, I mentioned this last show, Bill gave him an out with this COVID stuff. You saw it with the league, with Denver game. He gave him an out. But, I mean, to go back to Cam Newton, we said it last week. You saw the All-22 come out, and he had guys open, and he couldn't do it. That's 2 weeks in a row now. And then plus Oakland or L.A. So fuck are they, Vegas now? Whatever.
You'll get it. Don't worry.
The Raiders.
We practiced geography while you were gone, Rich. He's getting better.
Okay. Yeah. Well, hold on. We're pissing him off again. We're in the bucket of fucking everything that's annoying him. Sorry,
no,
Bill.
I mean, I just forgot they changed their name 3 times in the last fucking 3 years.
Like 30, but that's fine.
Whatever.
Keep going, Bill.
They haven't been the LA Raiders and like
they were supposed to go to LA and they stayed.
Yeah. So, I don't know. This the problem start with Cam. I'm not going to be surprised. We'll talk more about the Bills game on Friday, but I will not be surprised. I will be more surprised if the team that we've seen the last 2 weeks is the team that continues to show up than I will if they come on, they go into Buffalo, look like the team in week 1, dedicate themselves to the run, and beat the fucking Buffalo Bills. I will not be surprised if we see that. I'm not throwing in the towel on this team because of Bill Belichick and the Matthew Slaters and the guys that they have in this team to rally back around themselves and and the talent that they have. I think in this division can compete. I've been out on Cam Newton since he fucking showed up.
Me too.
But if I know, Bill, you and me, baby.
I was out before the regular season though. Remember, I was off the Cam train
Bill.
quick.
It
took me 2 weeks. Go
Your
back and listen to the
asshole
show.
was
It took me 2
splitting
weeks.
because of the fence post up that thing.
It took me 2 weeks. I was already out of that until a stupid workout video.
I remember that I was at your house and you jumped up and your head almost hit the ceiling because you were so ecstatic that we saw Cam
That was
Newton.
the first week. By the start of training camp, I was already out.
Yeah, we got the tape, Bill. We can see your instant reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But look, we saw what they could do in week 1 if they just run. It looked like they tried to build Cam Newton up to be a quarterback in the Patriots system from where in week 1 they built a system around Cam Newton in an RPO style, right? They didn't ask him to do a lot of read and react and throw the ball where it's supposed to go, like a fucking NFL quarterback.
He looked like an NFL quarterback against Seattle. I'll give him that. I mean, he threw for a lot against a pretty bad defense, but some of those throws that he made, especially to Julian Edelman late in the third and fourth quarter, those were fucking real NFL throws. So what happened between that and now to make him completely and utterly just suck? Like, I think there's a shoulder problem. I guarantee he hurt his shoulder again. I guarantee fucking.
Well, Bill, he's not. It's not even the throw. Like, yes, his
throws
suck,
are bad,
but he's not
Rich.
even reading the defense. They're not the different plays. They're the same fucking plays. They're the same plays we've been seeing the Patriots run for 20 years. The system has not changed. They're running the same shit over and over and over again. And you're right. The plays he was hitting in Seattle against a terrible defense are there. They're running the same ones, and he's not throwing to the correct spots. And when he throws to any spot, it looks like garbage. So I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of all the above. Maybe he is hurt. Maybe he is mentally fried. And
it has to be mentally fried. Look how long he sits. Look how long he's been sitting in the pocket too. He wasn't doing that the first 5 weeks. He just sits in that pocket forever.
What does McDaniels do, Ray? What do they do?
Pray for week 17 and get this over with.
I think as a coaching staff, don't you just have to dumb it down?
How much
Treat
more
him
can you
like
dumb
a
it down?
fucking rookie. Well, you take the tape and you go, look, Cam, look at the guys in front of you. Let's take your first read and make it your third read. Let's not wait for that 12-yard out for Bird. Let's make your first read James White because he's going to be open. It might be for 3 yards, but he's going to be open. And if you can just
Extension of the run.
flick him the fucking ball, then maybe we can get your mojo back a little bit. I think you reverse the fucking offense,
Or
dial it all the way back, and don't make him go read anything beyond 10 yards. Just keep it right in front of him like the fucking Matt Castle offense in 08. Just keep it all right in front of him like he's a big old dummy that can't play quarterback in the NFL, and make it very, very, very simple. And hope your defense grows a set and stops whining and actually plays. That's what I think you have to do. I don't know.
Or you bench him and go back to Brian Hoyer. He's the last quarterback that actually moved the ball in this offense. We kind of touched on it yesterday. At least in Kansas City, he had 2 long drives. Yeah, he might have fucked up at the end, but at least he looked like he could run this offense. And we haven't seen shit out of Stidham, and we haven't seen shit out of Cam since Seattle, right?
Brian Hoyer can take this team to 8-8.
I think so. I'm on the Stid train, but even watching him, he has no fucking idea what he's doing either. He has no fucking clue. So, if you look at it outside of the, really 3 dumb fucking plays, I'll give him the pass on the first interception, Hoyer against Kansas City.
Bad pass, backup quarterback
pass,
throw.
The fumble and the sack late.
Unexcusable. He's buried. Belichick has him buried.
I know, but he's the last quarterback to actually look like he can run this offense. It's not terrible to go back to him to see what you have. Stidham clearly is not ready. You see why they went outside Cam Newton. I don't even know what to do. Yeah, they want to give him fucking experience, but if you're going to give him experience, either start him or don't fucking play him, because throwing him in a 33-6 game is not doing the kid any good. Same thing against Kansas City. He had 1 good drive, N'Keal Harry touchdown, and that was it. Pick 6 his next throw. It wasn't his fault, but that's it. You're throwing him to the wolves. At least start him or fucking go to Brian Hoyer.
Yeah, you can't you have to, you start him, that's a whole movement. You got to cut Cam if you're going to start him. Like Cam experiment is done, or make up a fake injury and put him on the
IR for 3 weeks.
IR,
and then
3-week IR.
There,
They're going to do something. They're going to do something. Speaking of doing something, let's get into trade talk. The Gilmore rumors are heating up. They're heating up. Bill, you were on this a while ago. Let's not be surprised if we see Gilmore go. I don't want him to go for nothing, though. So what, Ray, what's your threshold of getting rid of Gilmore?
First-round pick.
That's it.
Give me a first-round pick, and I'll be happy.
A second. First to second. I think you might not
early
get a first.
second, though. You'd want to you're
not going to get an early second, because anyone trading for Stephon Gilmore is going to be a contender. Yeah. So, you're not – you got a first – you got, what, a first or 2 firsts for Jalen Ramsey, right? Something like that?
It was 2 – yeah.
It was 2 firsts and a couple – and a 5th. It was some crazy deal.
Yeah.
So, coming off Defensive Player of the Year, I get it. He's not as good as he was last year, but you could probably get a first-round draft pick. I'm not saying
he's 31.
He's 30. Yeah, he'll be 30, and he's going to cost a lot of money. But he is signed for a contender. They don't care. Look at a team that's going to go all in. You saw it in fucking the LA Rams the last 2 years. Went all in, getting Jalen Ramsey. They got rid of Marcus Peters out there. So, they've made these moves to bolster their even Dante Fowler. They went out and they traded a lot for these guys. So, you're seeing it. You could get a team like that will bite and take Stephon Gilmore, because knowing Bill, he'll trade him for a fucking third.
Yeah. Gilmore would be great in Seattle.
I got 6 teams.
Money for Seattle.
Seattle would be perfect. I don't think they can get him with the cap. But
Go ahead, Ray. You did some research. You got 6
I did some
teams?
research. So the one that everyone's been talking about is the Bears. It sounds like the Bears are kind of in on them right now. That's early reports. I also have the Cardinals, Saints, Colts, Ravens, Browns. All these teams are contenders. All these teams could win their division, winning a few more games than the first place teams losing, obviously. So these are 6 teams that you should watch out for.
Arizona would be a good spot for him. I don't think New Orleans, because, dude, they're in money problems. So he would completely and utterly be a rental, and you would have to probably cut him for next year. So, you're going to give up a first round.
Their defense isn't that bad. Their defense is not that bad.
Seattle, I think Seattle.
But you got Tom Brady in your division.
Great fit with Seattle with Jamal Adams back there. I think those would be great. But Arizona might be they could be in play for him. Buda Baker's good, but Patrick Peterson has kind of taken a step back. He's
Two
old.
or three steps. I'll say this, because I don't fucking remember what I said when we did the show and I was in the hospital. In terms of trading Gilmore and what it means, I'm for it because we did this. I said he was overrated to start the season, and I think he's on a decline. He's clearly on a decline in terms of his peak. He's still, a very good cornerback. Is he worth the money? I don't even give a shit about the money, honestly. It's just a matter of, can you get return for an asset? Bill Belichick has done that a year early his entire tenure. It seems like this Devin McCourty defense is as they tried to squeeze as much out of Brady, they stopped doing that. So I'm totally okay getting back on that, getting out a year early, and retaining an asset. That being said, I think this locker room is fragile, and I don't want this season to go down the shitter because you beat Buffalo and you're a game out of first.
Yep.
Like the season's not over. The season's not over. As bad as Cam Newton and the team has looked, if they look this bad on Sunday, fine. Fucking dump the farm.
Everyone, yeah.
But I still want them to have a chance. I still want them to fight for a playoff position, and Gilmore gives you the best chance to do that. And if you trade him, what does that do to the locker room? What does that say to the locker room? And does Bill Belichick still have enough of those guys' ears to go, look, we're still going for the playoffs. Gilmore's gone, but we're still fighting. I need your all. I think this is a hard year to do that. And he's still got another year in his contract next year. There's no saying, there's nothing saying you can't trade him in the offseason for maybe something slightly diminished as a return, but it's not like he's not walking out the door next season. He's got one more year in his deal. So I'm with you, Ray. It's a first. It's a good first, mid to late first, or nothing. I'm not taking a second-round pick for Gilmore. I think he's too valuable to this team moving forward this year to actually have a season. And you can trade him in the fucking offseason. You can trade him in the offseason for the second if you're going to get a second.
Yeah.
NFL news and notes. I just want to touch on this because my boy Kyler Murray on Sunday Night Football, not Monday Night Football, knocked off the undefeated Seattle Seahawks. Fucking awesome game. Bill,
Great
I know
game.
Did you fall asleep?
I watched it. No, I watched the whole fucking thing. I had
He had my day off. He had my.
I watched the whole game. That game was
nice.
awesome.
Fucking great. I mean, little Kyler Murray is like a mini Russ Wilson.
He's average size. Come on.
Can't throw that great though. He could just run. He's disgusting.
So fun to watch though. But yeah, knocking off Seattle.
They're once a year. They always seem to knock Seattle off. Seattle always seems to lose to one of the worst teams in the division every fucking year.
I don't know if Arizona's
they're not the worst.
No, but I'm just saying it's a pattern if you look at them. But Arizona plays them really good at home.
Yeah.
I think that's really probably the best division in football.
It's the only. They're all over 500.
Rams,
AFC
49ers,
North. AFC North.
Vikings, Bears,
AFC.
Oh, sorry.
AFC.
Yeah, but Cincinnati's not over 500. The NFC West is.
And Cleveland's
they're all
a
over.
joke.
They're all over 500.
Oh, San Francisco's. Oh, they're
4-3.
Yeah, they just beat you 33-6. Remember?
I tried to.
Jimmy G.
It's like my childhood. I try to block out.
How with the DK Metcalf? Do you put any stock in the DK Metcalf play? That the ESPN play where everyone's
it was a great play,
squirting everywhere. What do you?
He ran 114.8 yards and reached a max speed of 22.8.
Sports science.
I would like to see him and Tyreek Hill in a race this offseason. I know you guys probably don't like races. I did track when I was younger. I love the Summer Olympics, watching the 100-meter dash. Seeing these two go, you can put it a little money on DraftKings. I do it.
Ray, do you have your medals somewhere? You have your participation medals from your running Saturday morning.
Yeah, you don't
guys
see that
got out there. There was a little mist on the field, and everyone had their Gatorade and their orange juice, their little orange peels. You can do it, Ray. Run for 3 seconds.
Rich, next time you go to your mom's house, when you go up the stairs, just look up. You'll see all my participation trophies right there.
Good. Come over. I'll fucking strangle him with you. OBJ out for the season. That kind of sucks. Ray, I know. What do you got? What do you got for me? OBJ.
All right, Bill, I know you're upset, so I might just direct this question to Rich, but what song do you think he listens to while a girl poo-poos on his chest?
I have no idea.
That's a good question. That's something that should be in the email so I have time to think about it.
I know. It was just one of those things I was thinking of. I simple mind. I think of a lot of weird things. That was one of them.
Yep. My neck, my back is the only one that comes to mind because that's playing in my head 24/7.
Mine would be that remix by R. Kelly. First I gotta go poo poo, then I gotta go pee pee.
See, you had time to think about it. It's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of time for that. OBJ
yeah.
done.
That sucks
So-
though for him. As much as I hate him though, on a fucking interception, you try to make a tackle and you tear your knee. Like, wow, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
You know, at least if you do it on offense, it's like, oh shit. But now you're chasing down a bad Baker Mayfield interception, and you get your
Sucks.
fucking
Yeah.
tear your knee up.
Browns are a fraud. Browns are a joke. Cleveland will never
they
be
are.
good. They are. They
They're
are about
5-2.
They are about to spiral downhill faster than. I'm out of mother jokes. Sorry.
Mhm.
No, you
I
can
put-
call Ray's mom whatever you want.
No,
Oh,
Bill.
okay.
Bill, there's a
You get three
limit.
total. You get three total.
Three
I hit
totals.
quota. I hit
Oh,
quota.
I thought we got 3 each mom.
Oh
No.
man, that'd be.
That'd be awesome. But that'd be a long show, Bill. We can't do that.
I thought it was
So,
each
We got a
mom.
time limit on this. I put this out there. There's conflicting reports in this too, and this is mainly just the shit in the Jets because the Pats are so bad right now. But the number 3 overall pick last year by the New York Jets, Quinnen, is that how you pronounce it? Williams, defensive tackle.
You're asking us?
I don't know. They're looking to trade their number 3 overall pick they picked last year. Like, can you rebuild on a rebuild while tanking? Like, what? How do you look to trade the number 3 overall pick before you fire your coach? What the fuck is wrong with the New York Jets?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? How are you going to continue to rebuild if you start trading off your high round for draft picks the next year? Isn't that the whole point?
He is supposed to be good too. Like he is. I mean,
You
you're
think,
the,
Bill? He went
number
3rd
3 pick, yeah.
overall.
Well, Leonard Williams was supposed to be good, and he fucking sucks for the Giants. Think he's on the Giants? Either way, he sucks. So I mean, you're missing out. You picked him 5th overall a couple years back. What, 5 years ago now? So I mean, now he was supposed to be a franchise defensive tackle or defensive end, whatever. Now you're trying to move on from the number 3 pick last year. It just shows the ineptitude of the fucking New York Jets as an organization. Woody
Nice
Johnson
word, Bill.
is a
That was
fucking
great
moron.
word, Bill.
Thank you.
That was really good.
And you didn't even
I
stutter.
like no.
That's
You
it.
took
That
your
was great.
time. You made sure the syllables matched, and
That was great, Bill.
sounded it all out.
I'm good for
Great.
1 or 2 every now and then.
Attaboy. Well, yeah, that was me shitting on the Jets.
Real
Ray?
quick. If I'm Trevor Lawrence and watching this all unfold, I do one of 2 things. 1, stay in school. 2, pull a John Elway or Eli Manning and say, I am absolutely not playing for this shitbag franchise.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Normally, I am totally against the shithead 22-year-olds demanding where to go. But if it has anything to do with staying away from the New York Jets, I will co-sign that in a heartbeit.
Mhm.
Stay away from that goddamn franchise.
Well, they've
Hell yeah.
ruined Sam Darnold. So.
Well, one thing to look at,
Yeah.
if the Patriots are in dire straits, I'd take a shot on Sam.
dude, he's
Sam Darnold.
22 years old.
and
He's
got
been
all
in the league
fucking,
for
he's
his
got,
3rd year.
he
and
looks
he's been
like
ruined.
he looks like a quarterback.
I've seen ghosts.
I'm
Ghosts out there.
seeing ghosts. All right, let's switch some gears. Let's get into basketball. Coming off our Fat Tuesday, everything Celtics. Ray with his stupid shit-eating grin. You're so fucking dumb. The Gordon Hayward rumors are coming
Richard.
fast and furious, and I'm not talking trades. Obviously, this is coming out on Wednesday, so we're recording this Tuesday. Everyone's probably seen this already, but the reports are Gordon Hayward is thinking about not opting in with the Celtics, not to re-sign with the Celtics, but to re-sign somewhere else for obviously a somewhat of a long-term deal, guaranteeing him more money than he would get with 1 year signing with the Celtics. So, easy question. Fuck off, Ray. Bill, does this help or hurt the Celtics on and off the court? Where do you fall if Gordon Hayward opts out and leaves the Celtics?
It hurts him. I mean, I think he's your 4th best player, really. I mean, he's a lights out shooter. It's a guy we kind of need. The Celtics are better with him on the roster. You don't, and especially if you're going to move him, you want to trade him. You don't want him fucking opting out of his deal and losing him for nothing.
That's the key point.
Yeah, I think it would be nice if I would be okay. Like, what did Horford do? 4 for 110, 4 for 108 or something? I could see the Celtics kind of extending Hayward in that, and I'd probably be kind of comfortable with it. I mean, he's still, 32, right? I know he's been kind of banged up, but some of his injuries are like, they're just bad luck. You snapped your ankle. I think a lot of it just has to do with him just breaking his fucking ankle in 6 places. You know what I mean? I just think that just kind of set his career in a downward spiral because he was playing a lot of games in Utah. So the Celtics are better as him with the fourth option than he would be like on another team as like their number 1 or 2 option, which is probably what would happen, you know?
On the court, he averaged 17 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He is a playmaker. He is a good player on the court when he's on the court. I'm not even going to go to Ray right at this point. The reason why this is a worst-case scenario if Gordon Hayward opts out. Kyrie Irving left the Celtics, didn't want to be here. Horford left the Celtics for the fucking 76ers, didn't want to be here. If Gordon Hayward leaves, that's 3 all-stars that left your franchise in 3 years.
For nothing.
That's not good. That is
for nothing, though. Think about that. For 0. You didn't trade him.
No, you got nothing back. But it says more about the culture in Boston and guys not wanting to be here, not thinking they can win or not going to get paid, whatever, however you want to call it. You start to get a stink on you when you lose these type of guys in 3 years. Not only that, in a more practical sense, if he opts out if his $30 million contract or whatever it ends up being with the cap and COVID and all that shit, you don't get that money. You're over the cap. So you open up a mid-level exception, I think, so you can go get some fucking veteran to not do what Gordon Hayward can do. I understand the money that Gordon Hayward makes and the production and lack of court time that he has had in the Celtics makes him a very easy target for people not to like. But number 1, he makes you better on the court. Number 2, if you lose him for nothing, you get no asset in return. And number 3, if he walks, you don't get that money to go spend on anybody else to make your team better. The best case scenario, the Celtics have to extend him now to a 3 or 4 year deal at $20 million per, just to get him back on the team, potentially trade that contract next year if you want him off the team. The best case scenario is him signing long-term with the Celtics at this point.
Unless you can work out a sign and trade. Unless you can work out a sign and trade and then you get to pick kind of where he wants to go. I mean, that'd be fucking great too.
And you might get that because his relationship with Brad Stevens, and because the Pacers are the team that are most interested in Gordon Hayward. That's his hometown team. He'd be comfortable going there. That's a very, very likely scenario, a sign and trade, Gordon Hayward going to somewhere. But if he just walks, Raymond, if he just walks off this team, you're fucked. That's a bad move. That's a bad situation for the Boston Celtics. Go ahead. Here's your soapbox. Have at it, Big Mac.
He's played in 125 out of possible 246. He's only started in 71 of those games. He's averaged 13.9 points here in Boston. He gets paid $32 million. He is not worth it. He is a washed-up player. He sees ghosts. Ever since he snapped his ankle, he's not the same player. He doesn't need to be here anymore. Yeah, we won't get that money anymore, but if we can get a mid-level exception, what did we talk about in Fat Tuesday? We need a veteran leader that can come here and show these younger guys what's all about. And obviously Gordon Hayward's not that guy because he hasn't won anything. So getting rid of him, good riddance. See the fuck later. Glasgow.
Healthy Gordon Hayward, you go to the finals last year.
What's healthy now, though?
Potentially.
What's healthy? He only averages 13.9 points.
Your 13.9 is bullshit because it's over the course of that year. This last year, when he was fully healthy, it was close to 18 points a game.
That's here in Boston. Those 3 years
in
in Boston.
2 years, the first year
you
he
throw
fucking
out the
snapped his
second
leg
year
in.
out the window. Like he's coming
now,
back from a snap.
These
ankle.
are all the games he's played, though. I'm not like handicapping anything. It's the games he's played here. in Boston.
You are
he's
handicapping because you're not
13.9 points.
You're not talking about a man that came a year after his fucking leg snapped in half by a billion pieces. Look at Paul George the year he came back, and then the second year after that. It's the same thing with Gordon Hayward. He averaged almost 18 points this year, six assists, and
was
4
Paul
rebounds.
George an All-Star this year?
I don't know, and I don't care. That injury happened years ago.
Why would that be shut up? Why would that be shut up? Why am I an idiot? Paul George.
When did that happen? 2016?
4 years
2015?
ago.
2016?
And what did Gordon Hayward do his? 2017. There's a year difference. It's a fucking year difference. So I don't know why I'm an idiot.
So if it's year 4, why couldn't Gordon Hayward be an All-Star next year on the Celtics? So that'd be the same trajectory.
Fucking injury prone.
And, Paul George is better than fucking Gordon
Hold
Hayward
on.
anyways.
Let me tame the Totempole of Dumb. So what you're telling me, Ray, is you would rather have him walk right now just to get off this team and gain a mid-level exception than sign and trade or extend him long-term, 3 or 4 year long-term deal, and have a potential salary that you could trade next year or the year after. So you would rather have him just walk away.
Well, you were saying sign him long term or for 3 years, correct? How much you think you're going to sign him for?
Probably
I would
20.
be comfortable with the Al Horford trade.
You think
I would
he's
be
going to go
eligible
that
for
low after just making $32 million? You think he's going to drop down $12 million?
Wow.
To stay
Yeah,
here?
Ray,
because he's not going to get $33 million.
your stupidity is seeping through the fucking
How is
screen.
that? I don't understand how that's stupid.
Because he's not going to get $31 million because the salary cap
knows
is
it.
going to be decreased because of COVID, number one. So he's going to be probably under 30 if he opts in. So you're talking, call it 29.5. So now you want to extend your career into your mid-30s. No one's going to give you over 25. You're probably looking more at 20 because of your injury concerns. So that's the fucking reality of his market, and he's not an idiot, and I'm sure his agent isn't an idiot. So when you talk about 4 years guaranteed at 20 per, looking at $80 million, or 1 year signing back in for, call it 29.5, maybe 30, what do you think he's going to do at 31 years old?
Well, he's saying he doesn't want to opt in. He wants to walk.
It's only a rumor.
He wants a bigger deal, you fuck. This is all leverage. Maybe he wants to stay with the Celtics. Maybe he wants to leave. Maybe his wife wants to get the fuck out of Boston.
His wife does.
Either way, it's all leveraged. So the bottom line is he may opt back in. He may have a sign and trade for a long-term deal the Celtics make with him and sign him to Indiana. All of these things are possible. But for him, signing a long-term deal is much better than opting back in at 31 years old when you've spent the last 2 seasons dealing with injuries. First of all, that's in any sport. That's true everywhere. Second of all, from the Celtics standpoint, if he just walks away, you just lost an asset for fucking nothing. I get you add from subtraction on this team. We've talked about this, whether it be Hayward or Smart or Cantor, whoever the fuck else on the bench you want to name, but mainly Smart and Hayward. One of those two guys probably should go and replace him with someone else that fits better. No problem. If we want to get rid of him, no problem. I like Hayward. I think he's good on the court, but I can understand getting rid of him for an asset. If he just walks away, bad. Not a good thing about it. Not one good thing about it. Even if you replace him with Andre Iguodala and you get your veteran leadership, he's not replacing what he does on the court, which is still good things for the Celtics. So I get your stupid Glass Gordon hatred seeping through and your 13.9 points skewed fucking stats, but just like take the dumb out of your fucking ears for a second and look at it from a scenario where if they sign him long-term, 3 or 4 years, now that becomes an asset for Danny to move forward with. That's more manageable than a 1 year, $31 million player, or if you just lose him for nothing. That's fucking common sense.
Okay. Okay.
Fine. So I honestly think the likely scenario is a sign and trade. I don't think Gordon Hayward leaves them in the dust. I think they have a good relationship. If he wants to leave because of family problems or issues or whatever the fuck else, I think he treats the Celtics right. If he just wants to leave for leverage and get himself a better deal, I think the Celtics work with him to do that and send him somewhere he wants to go. I find it very hard to believe he pulls an Al Horford and just walks away. If he does,
not good.
Watch out. You might not sign another free agent for another 20
Yeah, because then what puts past Kemba to do the exact same thing?
Right. And Kemba's getting thrown in trade talks too. It's never fucking happening. That's not happening.
It's just idiot journalists just saying, "Hey, all it is." Like I think Zach Lowe reported, like Gordon's contemplating opting out. Until it happens, I don't. It's just all bullshit. I expect him
too. That starts soon, right?
I don't know. I expect him to. I expect him to be. Yeah, training camp starts December 1st.
The draft is what is the draft?
The 13th.
Yeah. So I don't know. They get a week or two before the draft.
Yeah.
There's rumors some big stars are going to sit out too if it starts on Christmas because it's the two LeBron too. What Green came out and said LeBron might sit out.
LeBron, you only have 2 months. You only have 2 months to sit around and do nothing. Then you got to go work again for $35 million. These fucking athletes. Swear to God. Speaking of pussy athletes that are about to sit out, World Series Game 6. Bill, if the Dodgers win after the first time, I think it's 33 years.
31.
31? I don't think that's right. Is it good?
89?
89.
They won in 89. They lost in 88 to the
31, baby.
A's, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was 89.
We're going to fact check that. Less than a minute here. If they win, is that good for the league? Is it good for the league in any way?
It's just another big market team winning a World Series. I mean, I don't think it's I don't think it's good or bad. I mean, honestly, it'd be better for the league for a team like Tampa, whose Kershaw and Mookie Betts almost combined make more money than their whole roster does this year. So, I mean, I think that's more beneficial for baseball because now you're seeing the small market teams finally win something instead of buying a championship, which basically the Dodgers just did.
I'm with you. I need 50 years without a championship in LA. I need another Red Sox. I need another Chicago Cubs story. Then it'll be interesting. Does it go 7? Quickly.
No.
Yep.
No, it's over tonight.
Raises 7.
Okay, let's make it 7. All right, this has been the Simple Mind Sports Show, October 28th. Fuck you, Ray. We'll see you on Thursday for early lines. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Ray, did all my words there with the Hayward thing just start to gargle up in front of your head and
I was
confuse you?
saying my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack while you were just going off on me. And when you said, what do you say? And I'm like, because I was at the chorus at that point.
Okay, got it. That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of that, Ray? Come on, man. Ain't not bad.